to the Zoom call, check your inbox, also check your spam folder. You should have the link with you in the next couple of minutes. I'm going to put a nice little message back up on the screen now. Thanks very much for your patience, guys. First one of these I'm doing, so I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing or how it's going to work or anything like that. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a good evening. So yeah, check your inboxes, guys, if you're coming into the call, and check your spam folders, and hopefully we'll be up and running very soon.
I've never seen a 68.
I got
before.
chocolate for the door.
No.
I only ever see 377s and 375s.
Yeah.
All I've got
Leslie,
cases the 150, so don't worry.
Leslie,
Man, I'm an Anglia zone, so all we get is flirts now.
Yeah.
Leslie, I can see me.
Even
I wanna go
worse.
for a ride on one of the flats.
We get all sorts.
Still enjoying
Yeah,
the
we get
chocolate
everything
network?
coming through Chatham.
Oh. HST.
Oh,
Right, everyone.
Yeah.
oh, there's a, I think that's a Jujubua. I think maybe that's a, used to be LNER. That used to be, what's it called? I got this.
What's that picture doing here?
I got this book
Yeah,
on here.
ours are quite nice.
I got this book. I got this book, guys.
Wow.
Rafe,
My name is Rafe. It's Rafe. Yes.
Rafe. Sorry.
Yep. How's it going, James? How's it going, guys?
Sorry?
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I've been off for a
Good.
couple of weeks because a colleague tested positive, so I've had to stay at home since last
Me
Monday.
too.
But, yeah, it sucks.
Oh, hello.
Richard, I can't believe you're a train driver. I guess you drive a 60. I guess you drive a 68, a 66.
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 66s. I used to drive electric cars. I worked for a passenger company in the
That's
southeast.
cool.
Yeah,
know.
Richard used to. Yeah, Richard used to be with my dad's friend. My dad's friend, I think my dad's friend used to know you, Richard.
Possibly, yeah.
Kenny, his name's Kenny.
Yes, I know Kenny. Yeah.
I can see my the train spot. I've got a YouTube channel on there. I've got loads of videos. In my head, I went from Scarborough towards York on a 68 025 towards York, then got the 43 from York towards King's Cross.
Is that when they were still running?
Then I went on the Piccadilly line 1964 stop towards Elscourt. Then I got the district towards West Kensington.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I think I'm the only person here that's actually not English or not British.
Hey Mark, how's it going?
Well, where are you from, Mark?
I'm Irish.
Are you Irish?
I'm from Yorkshire. North Yorkshire.
Accurate.
Yeah, we've got the Welsh here, don't worry.
Yeah.
Represent.
Question: Do you reckon?
All right.
Do you reckon I'm the youngest here?
Rich,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
are you able to go onto YouTube in grid mode? Because everyone's sort of like, I don't know, what software are you using to stream onto YouTube?
Yeah. I got it on my TV. Check the battery. 100. Now it's better.
Just because on the YouTube stream, it's between different people. If you get it into grid mode on your Zoom, you might be able to see it
I know what I can do
on the stream itself.
Yeah, there we go. Oh.
Is that better, guys?
There we go.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
I've
that's a
got
lot
that.
better, yeah.
I'm kind of being cheap because you can pay 130 quid for Zoom for the year and then you can stream from YouTube, but I'm just screen OBS because it's free.
OBS, it's honestly better as well.
Yeah.
OBS is definitely a lot better. It's the of choice.
I'm
Yeah,
quite
I
tall.
think I've got just about everything. I've got Streamlabs. I've got Twitch Studio. I've tried OBS.
Yeah, I
It's a
use
bit
OBS.
basic for my liking.
I can see Jack's Model Railway on there. Look, there's not someone's doing. I see someone doing.
I'm guessing that's Jack.
I think that's Jack on there. Oh, I can see more the way where from there says Jack.
I can
Any
see.
suggestions what I should drive on train sim?
What do you have?
If you say any sort of modern diesel or electric loco, I've most likely got it.
Yeah.
How about the underground stock on TSW2?
Yeah. How about the what's it called?
I've got
I think
virtual district line
plastic
train
CAA
simulator.
standard.
That's about it.
Oh my god, what have we done?
District, yeah.
Connecting to audio. Oh, hey Joe, how's it going?
Are we all still in?
Joe?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, we've got another James on the line.
Yeah, we've got
as well.
James. Drive class
Got two
44. Aaron TP train says.
Hi guys, I'm working now.
Oh,
Hi, Jack.
Another James on the line.
Wow, that's hot. Drive class 44. I can hear sound.
Mm.
Yeah.
hello.
Bet some people can guess
Yeah,
the
Jack,
train I'm
no.
driving.
Yeah. Wow. This is better for me.
Are you alright?
I can hear sound. I can hear background sound.
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
like
I
a
can hear
buzzer.
quite an nasty buzzing kind of sound.
I've got the screen turned on as well.
It might be from my end. Hang on, I'm going to mute my mic, and if you stop hearing it, then tell me.
Yeah, right, Richie.
Yep, Connor and out.
It might be the delay because if you're watching on YouTube as well, there's a 5-second delay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you've got the stream on as well, mute the sound on the stream, otherwise it'll start bouncing back.
Oh my god, I can see my face.
Hiya, Jack.
Hello there.
How's it going? My first time meeting you.
Hang on, I've got the wrong top on. I should have someone else's top on.
Yeah, I got a drink. See, I'll show you, Jack. I've got
a better drink.
Look, Jack, I got this as well.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've got nice one.
Can you hear me now?
Who's that?
Jack.
Yeah, I can hear.
Hey, Jack.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm raging. I had to sell all my models. Like every model I had, I had to sell them all.
Bye.
Wow, that's a lot. People.
Who's playing Train Sim?
Me.
That's me.
Where are you going?
Might mute mine.
I'm in a 377.
Oh wait.
I'm in a 377
Cab
going
environment familiar to us all.
going to Milton Keynes.
Clapham Junction.
Milton
Yeah.
Keynes, huh?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm on the 377 from Victoria to Clapham
What's that? Clapham?
Yeah, this is Clapham.
last year.
I was there.
Was you there?
I was. I'm always there.
There's a 455 there and a 450
God.
distance. A few 378s behind that.
Did you see me with this?
Sorry?
Did you see me with this?
I did it.
I overshot the platform slightly.
Clapham train station. Train
Welcome to
spotting.
7,
I
don't
found the
Where
class
was that?
707. I think the 707s go to the southeastern railway from southwest.
Yeah, they will be. Yeah. It's gonna be.
I thought it was 717.
They're gonna-
It's not 707s.
No, they are. Yeah, it's the
707s.
707s because they're
Yeah,
going to be replacing.
707s.
They're going to be replacing the 376s, and the 376s will be going to Southern,
Yep.
replacing the 455s, and the 455s will get
correct.
scrapped.
That'll be
376 is not meant to be
Awful.
complete dirt. I heard that somewhere that they're awful.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I don't know, the middle one.
dirty trains. Southeastern and Southern, they
Yeah,
never
they're
could.
5-car units.
Most of them, most of the 377s and 375s, they're all filthy.
Yeah. I've been on
That's
the
all right.
Isn't that more
55, 68.
something off their trains correctly?
The 377s are going in for their midlife refit, aren't they? I think they're having.
Yeah, they are. They're going
Oh, okay.
They're getting plug sockets and stuff.
Yeah, but you've got in the
They've only just got plug sockets.
I'm in first class anyway.
Yeah, we have places in the
You see, the question that I always had is that I was born in 2005, right? And people are saying that I missed out on the good jobs because now I only have what IEPs and 6.
Yeah, you missed.
Any other drivers on this here, apart from Richard?
Yeah, you missed out on the lenses.
There are some other drivers on here.
Some Transpennine drivers.
Not that I know about. There's 2 other freight drivers in here. One.
Do you want my dream job?
Just being a train simulator driver counts.
Your train go by.
No, I think to be a train driver, I'm just going to focus on my grades at the moment more than.
I do drive trains, but they're tiny. They're 7 1/4 inch, actually.
The only reason I'm playing train sim now is free time.
That's the one, the Railway Museum in York.
I've not been up there. I was supposed to go up end of last year, and they gave me permission to film everything, and I'm going to show around behind the scenes, but I had to cancel it at the last minute. I was really, really disappointed with that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
On top of the
That's why I went with it for you.
Is that my
is the PIS passenger information system?
PIS.
Wait, so who's that driving train sim now?
Me. Do trains.
Where are you driving to and from?
I'm going to Milton Keynes from East Croydon.
And
I'm just going.
I think that's a
just leaving.
That line goes up through Hemel Hempstead, doesn't it?
Yeah, I always wondered why Southern run a line up to Milton. It always seemed weird.
Yeah, it is
very. It's not very Southern, is it?
I don't understand why it's under their franchise agreement, but here we are.
Why don't they go to
The really hard thing is driving without the HUD, and I just have to memorize the whole route and just know all the speed limits.
Yeah, unless you're in
HS. What do you think of the 195? Northern, CAF.
Yeah, the 195 from up Northern way.
Garrick Espresso in my window.
Yeah. And the 331.
Briefly enough, right now I'm driving a 375 from Victoria to Raynham.
Ooh!
Ah.
I've been on that one.
Obviously, on train sim, not in real life.
There should be an East Coast. There's an East Coastway. There's an East Coastway route in the making for Train Sim 2021. It goes.
I'd love to see some Irish stuff.
It goes from Brighton all the way to Ashford, including
Ashford International.
The Marshalling line.
Now we just need the southeastern line through Ashford.
It'd be good for the 171.
Yeah, it's
gives you something to drive on.
Get some use for the 171. By the way, I'm holding my camera, so it's quite hard to hold my camera at the moment.
Yeah, that's 82. That's 82.
I'm liking the look of that model railway there, Jack.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does look good.
Jack 1, Jack 2.
Jack 1, Jack 2, yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
Mine's all in bits at the moment.
Yeah, going as well.
My game froze for a second.
I have a for model railway, but that's as far as it's got.
There's been a
my trains are like a bit fucked up at the moment, so I'm experiencing some like power issues, but I guess it's like the real railway where the trains always break down and stuff. So,
did you know at Sheffield there was a derailment?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the
I saw the derailment today. Yeah.
Some northern services go Doncaster, and maybe loads of northern services are cancelled.
Got a lot of double yellow signals on my line.
Don't worry about it. It's a Freightliner one though, so it's not important.
No, it's nothing to do with me.
Hey guys, is my microphone working now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it is now.
I just wonder, apart from Richard, is there anybody here that has been through the driver recruitment process?
No.
Not yet.
Electric
Not
miniature
old
railway.
enough. Not old enough.
Not old. I just wonder if there's
Not old
anyone
enough.
else here as well who's been through any railway recruitment, whether it's guard, station staff, shunter.
Well, I've been through a bit
station
of
staff.
one. I applied for an apprenticeship with Irish Rail, but I got turned down now. But I sat an online aptitude test.
Now, my friend said, because I want to be a train driver, obviously, I could either go Southern or Southeastern, but my friend said that it's best to go down the route of a guard first and then be a driver. I mean,
generally
See, I was told by Southwestern Recruitment that they're completely different skill sets and not to do that. But I guess it depends on different opinions, doesn't it, really?
It depends on the company, I'd imagine. Like over here in Ireland, it's very much not what you know to you know. But you know, I don't know what it's like in the UK.
Pushing the door and stuff.
I think it's very difficult in the UK. I've just got my 17th job refusal. I went for driver last year and I got through to the MMI, which gives you 6 questions. One of the questions they didn't like the answer to, so that was it, game over. So I've tried loads of other positions, including shunter, which I found out today I didn't even get an interview, which is crazy that I can go through the process for driver, but when it comes to shunter, then not even get a look in. But as Richard might know, I'm not sure, it's incredibly competitive now, isn't it? Especially with a load of people that have lost their jobs in the airline and various other customer service-based roles.
My experience to anyone who wants to become a driver is literally get your foot in the door on the railway in any job you possibly can, whether that's more operational roles, sort of platform, shunting if you can.
I know it's my dream job, but because they guard on the station.
What? Say that again, Richard. Why is that? Do you think is it because internal vacancies are easier to get to progress in?
I think the thing is with driving, it costs companies maybe 15, 20 grand to train up a driver.
It's a gamble.
The people they're recruiting have got a reputation, they know the managers, they know who they are, they're more likely to sort of make that investment on sort of people they know. And also
Walker says, I know someone who works for Northern Trains who started the guard when she did for 18 months. Then she applied for a driver role.
And did she get it?
Jack Water said.
Did she get it? You said she applied for it, but did she get it?
The chat is saying, Richard, the chat is saying.
Yeah, did she get the job?
Anyway, Richard, you're saying basically just getting anywhere, even if it's gate line, just get your foot in there and move on from there.
Gate line is a really, really awful job, if I'm being honest with you. But
it is. I can tell you that firsthand. I've been doing it for 6 years.
Richard, you broke up again. Richard, what did you say about gate line again? You broke up a little bit there. What about gate line? A bit low down.
Yeah, no, gate line is good. You're on the railway, you got your foot in the door, but the actual gate line job can be really, really gutsy. Once you got your foot in the door, you do your 6-month service, you check the internal vacancy list, and then just take it from there. But getting your foot in the door, first of all, is the most important thing. Have you looked at freight, going into freight?
I have, yeah. I've gone in with Freightliner about 3 or 4 times, and Crossrail, but I get past the online SJT, but then the next test I always seem to fall over on. But with Southwestern, I got right to the very end. It was only the MMI, 1 out of 6, and then it's game over.
I can't advise too much on the assessments and stuff because it's changed so much since I done mine. I mean, there wasn't the MMI or anything like that.
Really?
Some of the guys who've done that more recently in here, I don't know if Alan will know anything like that, or Joe. Maybe they could contact you directly.
There wasn't even that for us.
Yeah, that would be great. You're a little bit quiet, Richard.
See if I can.
Is it possible to get a apprenticeship for drivers or not?
They don't.
EMR are looking for them.
I know. What was Virgin? It's now Avanti. They did do something.
West Coast, yeah.
Driver apprenticeships, but they're very far and few between, and a lot of companies now take on internal applicants mainly. So, like Richard said, get yourself onto the railway, get yourself doing something operational, and then do that. You've got to do that for a couple of years, realistically, and then when something comes up, go for it internally. Just go. You know,
Okay.
The main thing what we're making it is get yourself for just
from my experience, even though I'm barely out of year 11.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I reckon something else with the MMI. I've just got a message here from Joe saying that he found the MMI was the hardest part. I wonder really if, you know, when it comes down to it, if there's like 10 people in this process, they've got to get rid of somebody. So that, I think, is where the MMI starts to become, you know, a bit nuanced, really, and you can start whittling the numbers down from that point. So it always seems a little bit. It's down to the individual's perception on the day, isn't it?
They start whittling down the numbers.
I have a question. What's an MMI?
It's called a multimodal interview. So they give you 6 questions and you write down your answer on a piece of paper. They come back about half an hour later and they will ask you about, say, question 1. They might be, when have you helped out a customer? And you will give an example and they will then go in, they will scrutinize you on your answer. And the more they scrutinize and the more they drill down on your answer, the worse you are, really. They're trying to... They're trying to find out if you... Yeah, can you articulate? Because that's something else, as Richard will tell us, that you know you need to be able to communicate clearly, precisely. So I think the MMI is to find out how effective you are at doing that, and if you're bullshitting really, and then sniff it out and kick you out.
Yeah.
Man, it was
described pretty well.
Jack, what's your dream job as on the railway?
Driver.
Driver.
As it is with anyone,
I mean,
really.
Obviously, yeah, driver for sure, but
Man on the station. See where trains
It's all about
go.
the money, isn't it, really?
Where trains go.
It's all about the money at the end of the day. Drivers pay the most, so...
Yeah, true. Yeah.
See,
all you have to do is just really just try hard in school, and you know, and that's what I'm doing at the moment.
I would probably recommend
You say that I don't have any exam results whatsoever. I didn't even sit my GCSEs, and I got through to the final stage of that. So basically, take that as a license just to DOS at school, and waste your education.
I still obviously do well. I still obviously really want to do well.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean, the things that you learn at school are probably quite pointless. Do you know what I mean? In like the railway industry, so not really useful skills.
Well, they don't even ask for qualifications to be a driver. They're just not interested in it. Can you concentrate and work on your own, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you...
That's why they run the assessments. They're checking your ability to do the job. What I say with regards to qualifications at school, once you get the job as a train driver, it's kind of a dead end job. You're stuck. If you want to progress from there into management, into training, into higher paid roles, the only way you're going to do that is with some decent qualifications, A levels or something.
Yeah.
What about driver manager though?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, driver managers, if you take into overtime into consideration, they probably earn less than what a driver does.
They do, and they always complain about it. Well,
this is a driver, and you're on more than your manager because managers can't do overtime. So, yeah, and it's whether you want that added responsibility as well.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like my dream job is like to be a train driver, but I can't be a train driver because I've got red-green colour confusion, so I wouldn't pass the medical.
Oh, you're screwed.
Oh,
then.
Yeah. I could be a bus driver. That'd be me next. Like I'd love to be a bus driver as well.
So that's like
65
grand down to 21 grand, then, isn't it?
Well, obviously, I've got my dad's friend.
Driving.
Me get to a train driver.
How do you?
I should be doing my work experience with Southeastern as well next year.
Same as me. I was half to do it with GWR, but COVID and stuff.
Yeah, like I got 2 days into my work experience with Southeastern and they cancelled it because of COVID.
All right.
What was that for? What job?
It was literally just working in a station, just for a week.
Cool. Yeah.
A week's work experience in a station. I was meant to be going back, but obviously they've had to push that back again now, thanks to the second lockdown.
Well, it's a good place to start, isn't it? I used to work in the station. I used to work at this station.
Nice.
But they made me redundant. Can you believe it?
What were you doing then?
Oh, you nicked the microphone.
Well, as I did my
heart radio.
If anyone is from Sussex, which I think Richard is.
Yeah, I am as well.
So I used to be on Heart Sussex. I used to do drive time on there. So there's Tom, Nicola, and Jack in the morning, and then I used to do that. But they kicked us all out last year. So I thought, oh, I'll be a train driver then. I'll swap one station for the other. But that was a trophy we all took at the end on the final show. We just all unscrewed the microphones and took them home as a trophy.
Yeah. Get a job doing station announcements then. You'd be good at station announcements.
Do you know what I did? I was going to apply for that. There was one in Basingstoke back in May, and I was going to apply for it, and I didn't, and I wish I had now.
I think with your history in radio, you'd probably do all right with that.
I should have done, shouldn't I? Well, do you know what? I saw it on the internal vacancy for Southwestern. So obviously they didn't find anyone externally, so they advertised it internally, and I saw it, but obviously I can't apply. And I phoned them up about it and asked if I could go for it, and they're like, "No, it's internal now." Okay, all right.
Whereabouts in the country are you looking for, Mark? Just wherever.
Yeah, wherever really. In the southeast. So as I just mentioned, I'm in Basingstoke, but I would quite happily commute.
Check GB Rail Freight at Eastleigh, because they were looking for rail operator shunters. I know you will get the next step up the ladder from there is driver. And
hang on, I'm going to write that down. What's that? GB Rail Freight.
Yes,
Eastleigh.
Eastleigh. That is a great tip. When did you see that, Richard?
Sorry.
When did you see that?
That was a couple of weeks ago. I saw that.
Okay. Oh, I bet that's gone now, isn't it? I bet that's probably snapped up.
Let's have a look.
Right, I'm writing it down. I'm going to go for that.
Jackson, what's it called? What's it called?
Hey, see,
Richard did go through York a lot.
My
seeing if I can find a link for it in the
physics teacher is married to one of the top dogs at Great Western Railway. So if you need anything to be processed or maybe job application, I'll get it from there.
Is that who you work for now, Richard?
I couldn't possibly say.
Okay, fair enough.
No comment.
Enough said without saying.
I can see a little moon.
In the meantime, I'm in my garage repairing mobile phones. So if anyone's got an iPhone that they want fixing, or
I don't like
a
iPhones.
Galaxy, I've got a nice Galaxy S7 screen here. If anyone wants one of those.
Yeah, I'm after an S10 Plus.
I could do with an S10 Plus screen.
S10 Plus, there you go. S10 Plus.
Driving jobs like.
We've turned this from Dad Rail into Dad Phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, it's the second channel.
I need a new phone.
Do you?
I do.
Anything but iPhone.
Who said
iPhone is a swear word.
Yeah.
Buy this.
It's probably
Huawei something.
I have a
Huawei. It's Trump's favourite phone.
Guys, I think I might have to head off.
Huawei,
I've got my history number to do.
They're not going to work after next year, though, are they? Hawaii's all the apps are kind of being stopped and stuff.
Well, yeah, that's true, but
They will work. They're being
stopped as well. So with
Well,
Trump,
true. To be honest, though,
changed over to their own operating system. It won't have. Well, it'll probably still be Android, but they won't have the Google suite on them.
And as well, they're not allowed. They don't have any 5G in the UK now.
Yeah, but don't forget that is Trump saying that. And Trump's gone. Well, he doesn't know he's gone. He thinks he's there, doesn't he? But he's,
True, but like Trump can't kind of turn around and say, "Oh, you can't use 5G in the UK," because apparently for some reason
the
now.
country.
Yeah, exactly. Like, to be honest,
no, it's
like,
just a different case. Just a case if we have to get the infrastructure from some other company instead of because the majority of the infrastructure is coming from Huawei.
Yeah. Like, you know, my favorite. I use OnePlus. I've got a OnePlus 7T, and I had a OnePlus 6 before that until I dropped it out a window.
Oh
God! Bring it to me. I'll fix it.
It's in the back of a bin truck now because for some reason, I was going to even fix it myself. And then I
have
for some
a whole
reason
box
just threw
of
it into the bin.
broken screens. You can add it to this. Right, we've hijacked this call and made it about phones, so we need to get.
Yeah, we did actually.
Quite a lot of phones.
He's gonna fix them all at 6 o'clock in the morning whilst listening to Rick Hasley.
Oh my God.
Right, we'll make it about trains again. Someone threw a brick at a train today in Dublin.
Oh,
no more for Dublin then.
Exactly.
That's not nice.
No,
actually, Richard, have you had anything like that before when you're driving? Have you had people chucking stuff or?
Yeah, the only thing I've had, and it was when I was driving for a passenger company based in the southeast that had blue trains.
Right here.
Isn't
that
train right here?
Actually.
Yeah, the Daft 9 specifically.
And someone lobbed something at the side window, which was open. So, come in the cab, but it smashed the side window proper good.
Oh my God!
Quite scary.
Man! What did you do? Did you put the brakes on?
I didn't for that. No, I just carried on. Reported it.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, really.
Yeah, because if you stop, then next thing more bricks get thrown.
Yeah, they realise they can get more through the window.
I mean, the houses are miles away, so they must have had a really good throw on them.
Well,
Richard,
I thought that you'd do a handbrake turn and go and run after him.
Yeah, do that.
Tell a lie. I took a train Chertsey a little while ago, class 66, and there was little kids on the platform, and someone threw something at the window, and it's 20 mile an hour through there, and I was so tempted to stop the train and jump off, but you just get loads of arrow, and you're going to get abused. It's not worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah, and then you get sacked for punching a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I always close the window if I'm going along the North London line. I just don't want an acid attack or something. Blind down, window shut, and through all the platforms. It's safer.
Yeah, you have to do that with the West Valleys as well.
I used to say on the southeastern, you say don't stop at Swanley or they'll have the wheels off the train.
It's a good thing that my next stop isn't Swanley.
Probably true.
You know, I live in.
And
I
that's
live
just
in
the staff. I want to say that out loud.
Yeah, I live in Hastings at the moment.
I always see class 170 going to Hull a lot from Scarborough. Used to be ScotRail, now transferred to Northern.
Oh yeah, Northern have got ScotRail 158s and 170s as well.
God, I'll tell you what,
that's right.
you won't believe how many trains I got. I saw at Pevensey and Westham level crossing. I was stopped there for ages. I saw about four trains go by in one sitting.
You want to go down my local?
One closure. One closure. That's
for getting somewhere, did you?
Well,
never been on the 1 and 5.
That's usually what I find.
I was sat there for 7 minutes.
I get held there for longest.
7 minutes I was sat there.
I was stuck at my local in a car for 15 minutes. 4 trains turned up because they're all running late. Northern.
Yeah, that's right. Those run late.
Has anyone ever been at a level crossing and they've left the barriers down?
No.
Like by accident.
Does it count if the barriers were knocked down?
They're automatic.
I've never had that.
It does happen. It does happen.
The only thing I have had is when they put it down a bit late.
But isn't it like 25 seconds or something that has to be
28, I think it is.
28.
Right. Yeah.
28.
I thought it was 27, but there you go. If it's an AHB, an automatic crossing, then it's automatic controlled by treadles on the track.
Cooden Beach is an AHB, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But if it's a
Northern line, the Trans-Pennine line is automatic. What's it called? The automatic.
Automatic half barrier.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you get AHBs and AFBs.
And then you've got MCB CCTV ones, which is Pevensey Bay, I think, has that one.
No, Pevensey Bay is.
Oh no, it's an obstacle detection, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's something OD.
Yeah. They got the lights got recently refurbished there, from the older halogens to the new
to LEDs.
LEDs. Yeah.
I feel actually
wigwags.
Yeah, wigwags.
Yeah, a fellow I knew actually had a video up on his YouTube. A level crossing right by his house completely went mad, and the sirens and lights were going off, but the barriers were staying up. There was no trains coming, and then the barriers would go down, and the lights would stop. The lights would turn off, and the barriers would be staying down.
It's most likely probably a failure with it.
Yeah. Everything was coming through at 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I was at my local crossing a few months back, and some idiot came through on a motorbike and took the barriers out. So, and as I turned up, there were literally just 375s and 465s running across the crossing at 5 miles an hour, completely open.
So did the drivers know that the crossing was damaged then, or?
They would have known because there would have been a red signal.
Yeah, there was a signal protecting every crossing.
Yeah.
That's no. If it's an AHB,
which is of course.
If it's an AHB, then it's not protected. It's pretty much just not monitored at all. Wait, are AHBs monitored in some way? Surely they must be monitored.
The actual whether the barriers are down or not, as far as I know, it's not monitored. I think there's got to be some sort of fail-safe system where it rings an alarm in the signal box if something goes wrong. But yeah, I made a video about that a little while ago. It's barriers up, lights off, train goes across the trail.
Sometimes it goes on emergency mode. It does automatic for emergency vehicles.
Yeah.
I don't know about emergency mode on crossings.
Well, I never heard anything about that. Yeah, I think they just have to wait, as far as I know.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
It ends up having to be talked for a signal. But the barriers can be manually wound if the motors fail or anything like that. Obviously, they have to get an engineer or mom.
But that would take quite a while, and the train would be stuck at a red signal for a while as well, which would result in the train being late.
Sometimes if the barriers have failed, don't they get a guy there with a red and a green flag to stop the traffic and stuff, or does that not happen anymore?
Yeah, you can get someone there to stop the traffic and then flag the train across with the barriers up. That's allowed.
Yeah, that's
right.
As well.
With the certain types of crossings, you can go across with the barriers up in the fail position. ABCLs, I believe, if the barriers are up, you can proceed across them.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna have to go now. I'm gonna have to go.
All right, bud.
All right. I'll see you later, guys.
Good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
The funniest thing about the incident that happened at my local level crossing is it's within sight of both the signalling centre and the depot.
Oh.
And yet they still went straight through the barriers.
I was train spotting at a station once, which is right next to a crossing, and the barriers, the signal forgot to put the barriers up, and one of the train spotters phoned the signal centre to ask them to lift the barriers up, and they'd forgotten.
Imagine that. Imagine being in the signalling centre and next thing a train spotter phones you.
Yeah. Because on the crossings, isn't there a telephone number?
Yeah, there normally is, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I always train spotted York a lot.
York's quite a good one, isn't it, for spotting?
York
Yeah.
I've done York a few times now.
Yeah,
I always see someone on the rail cam at York.
Wonder if they're there now. I'll check.
Problem with York is the northbound freight uses the avoider because there's an avoider line at York, but southbound goes through the station.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Sometimes go through the southbound line on York.
When the southbound freight comes through, it has to cross over the fast to get the avoider, so they send it through the station instead.
Yeah. That's right.
That's what someone told me at the NRM. Yeah.
It's the same problem at a crew with the freight using their avoider.
Yeah.
There's an app called Flight Finder. So if there's a plane that goes over your head, you can see where it's going and where it's come from.
That's right.
Is there a train version of that?
Got open train times, which has got the maps and stuff on it, but I don't think there's anything like GPS linked. Actually, that'd be quite a good idea.
There is a app.
It'd be a good
There's
one,
an app
Richard.
called Traxi.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Traxi, and you like track the train. It's sort of like a signalling sort of diagram, but it's
I use Traxi as well. It's quite
I know
handy
Irish
to know
Rail
where your
have
train
that.
is.
Yeah, Irish Rail have it, but it's only for passenger stuff. Like that's the thing, we don't have real-time trains over here, although apparently we're getting it sometime this week or something. But like whenever there's engineering trains or freight or at and running, no train spotters really know the times. They have to kind of guess when it's running.
Yeah, that's right.
They're very unreliable. Like I went out to film auto ballasters once, and they ran 10 hours early.
What? 10 hours early?
Yeah,
You
so
never get that over here. Never get that here.
Yeah,
on time in the UK for freight is like 10 hours late.
That early.
definitely not on Southern. You don't get them running 10 hours early.
You don't get anything running early on Southern.
Sometimes I was for the first one, I saw a classic C6 from in Scarborough giving the new tracks what they've broken rail.
Yeah, if it ever says 7 train is early, it's probably a glitch.
If you're saying on the board that a Southern service is early, it's probably not a Southern service.
No.
Another question for Richard in a minute.
There is.
Richard?
I'm here.
Do your colleagues, well, they must know about your video. What do they make of it? Do they make a comment? Do they watch your videos or what?
Yeah, well, you should ask Callum about that.
Oh, does Callum work with you, does he?
He might do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can't comment.
Microphone's off.
Yeah, we go for the hearing.
No comment then. Well, he's here now, so that kind of answers that question, doesn't it, really?
Here we go.
Do most guys at Tunbridge know about this? I know that there's a couple of us who are sort of into railways who know you do this, but I don't know how well spread it is.
Well, I'll put it like this: as we're in a public forum, Mr. Reed got hold of it.
Mr. Reed at Tunbridge or Mr. Reed at
Mr. Reed at Tunbridge.
Oh, well, everyone knows about it.
Your videos.
Sorry, Mark.
What, he got hold of your videos? What do you mean when he said he got hold of it? What, he got to know about it?
Yeah. But obviously, you got to be careful what you say, social media policies and stuff like that. You've got to cover your ass. That's what I'm quite careful about what I say, and I sort of talk more about the job, as in being a train driver, rather than the job as in who I work for.
One of your videos, Richard, got used in our training class when we were going through the rules. Your TW8, your level crossings, actually got used in one of our classes.
I should get commission for that.
Yeah, I think you should.
I was going to say that.
I'll write to management.
Oh, they grabbed that video.
Wait, the question is, was it in the Dad Rail video library, and did it take up more than a third of the video?
So, Blue HST, yes or no?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No,
I quite
no,
like
no,
it.
no.
Controversial.
Quite simple. It's got
It looks a
no
bit
yellow
weird.
print, so I don't like it.
It doesn't look that bad.
I'm informed it's back at Eastleigh.
Yeah, it is. It went down a few days ago.
Like Jack's got there. I quite like it. I think it looks quite smart.
I think it looks good too. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks decent.
I was working.
I think that one.
It doesn't look as bad as the 700s in the Thameslink livery.
Yes, that's true. I can't.
Nothing looks
I can imagine the 707. Oh.
If they put the 707s in the southeastern blue livery, it's going to look amazing.
You think so?
Hopefully.
Suit the dark blue.
Yeah, but Southeastern probably won't paint it. They'll probably just leave it white. I mean, well, they did the free.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, they just leave it white and put the Southeastern logo on it.
Yeah, I don't
using
know.
blue and white a bit.
I mean, their franchise was supposed to finish up years ago, so I don't know if they're going to be around for very long.
No, they might as well not bother.
Isn't
I mean,
There's no such thing as a franchise anymore.
hasn't franchising been stopped now?
Yeah, they were talking about like nationalising it all again, weren't they?
Yeah.
I know they're meant to be nationalising transport for Wales. I don't know about any others.
They already have.
Well, Northern and LNER are already like renationalised, aren't they?
Yeah.
Used to be even
As is the West Coast main line as well, I think.
Limited.
My mate works as a driver on Southwestern. He says they're pretty much nationalised already now. They're just they're being paid by the government and pretty much already there.
Yeah, I
It
think
should be called Boris Rail.
Transport for Wales is basically the Welsh government now.
Boris bike,
supposed to lose
Boris
it.
train.
Boris train.
Boris train.
Boris
great rail
train.
tour.
Boris buses, didn't he? The Boris bus, Boris bike,
Yeah.
Boris train.
Well,
Why not?
call it French rails. I'm pretty sure Govia are French, aren't they?
Yes, I believe they are. Yeah.
Yeah, SNCF are involved in that.
Might as well just call it French rail.
Same with Keolis Amy, SNCF.
That's Keolis.
What about Trump train?
It's
a Trump train. It's a huge train, beautiful train.
That'll be the day when we get Amtrak's over here.
That'd be weird. That'd be a weird sight.
Like double decker diesels again.
And Amtrak bought Alston.
That'll look very dodgy, seeing a double-decker train coming out of Charing Cross or something.
Yeah.
Well, you need to have low platforms again, because, again, I don't know why I said again, but in America, all their platforms are like really low.
They are.
Yeah, I noticed it in Normandy as well.
Yeah, all over Europe has really low platforms. Like over here, our tram platforms are really low. So it's like, thing is, technically at our tram stops, you can just walk across the track and you're not really trespassing. Like, you're not at all.
Yeah, I was down Margam Yard a few days ago, and it's really weird down there. The footpath through the middle of the yard.
It's really open.
What does everyone think of this tram train system in Sheffield?
I've not used it because I've used barely any trains in the UK. Like, I've only been on a 175, a 221, and a 390, and that's it.
Yeah, depending, from from London Euston to Liverpool Am Street, or
I only got it from Birmingham New Street to Birmingham International.
Yeah, that's right, from Birmingham New Street to Euston.
I only got it to Birmingham International, but no, tram train it looks quite good from what I've seen of it. It does seem quite good, but then I've not seen that much, and I can't comment properly without travelling on it.
It's a very interesting concept, and I think it's, from what I read, it's like on a 4-year trial or something, but I hope it continues. It's a really interesting concept. In fact,
and Blackpool, I think the working centres again demolished and getting a new what's it called? New tram stop for the new trams at Blackpool.
It would be good. We need more suspension monorails from Wuppertal. That's what we need over here.
They'd be interesting.
Imagine them everywhere in the UK.
What does everyone think about the tunnel from Scotland to Northern Ireland? Like the bridge or the tunnel with the, you know what I mean?
It seems a bit odd, but at the same time, it sounds like something the Scots would do. So,
what's the worst train have you ever been on, guys?
I'm not allowed to say because it's quite controversial.
I guess Pacer.
Southern 171.
800.
My worst one is 170 Pacer.
800.
My best one is 170. And a 158, maybe 158 and 170s.
Yeah.
Worst is my 153.
The worst thing on the planet.
66. What's wrong with 152? I did 4.5 hours in one class.
They're just boring, like they just stink of toilets. But
they are. They do stink.
Yeah. What did I miss? I left for like 10 seconds and I come back and everyone's talking about toilets. worst train to ride on.
Toilet though.
There's Mrs. Dadwell.
Mrs. Dadwell, you've been noticed. You'll wave now.
Hello, Mrs. Dadwell.
Actually, it's Dad Lou now. It's now Dad Toilets.
I found out that the trains.
Number 1 toilet channel.
I found out that the trains. Trains 10 years ago in my town is better than the ones they are using now.
A lot of people say that here. They say the old trains were much more comfortable than the new ones.
Yeah.
I've tried riding a 700.
Right.
Yeah.
Richard, I'm switching from my phone to my laptop. Hence why I've just got a new request.
Admit.
Like 10 years ago in my town, they got some turbo stars, but now for the last few years they don't got turbo stars. They got express sprinters.
Express sprinters.
That'd be the 158.
I'd rather 158 and turbo stars.
Yeah, that's right. 158. Yeah.
There we go.
They got. What's it? They got. Time.
I think one of the with the older trains, Richard Hocking actually just mentioned in the chat. With the older trains, if something went wrong, everything was compatible. You know, if you had a slam door unit and a loco, you just couple it up.
Exactly. Everything was mechanical. Now everything's electrical. Now it's all plug a laptop in.
And you have to like muck around with barrier coaches and stuff in. It's not.
Well, you can't. If something fails, you can't assist it away.
On trains, but 700s. But you can at least enjoy the free first class. Daniel said.
Yeah, blame Jeff Marshall for that video he made a few years ago. On...
Yeah.
I've never travelled in Thameslink standard class.
I've never travelled by Thameslink full stop.
They would. I mean, in this area, there's no such thing as first class anyway. It's all declassified on the southeastern area on the Thameslink.
Everything over
the Welsh
here.
Valleys, what's first class?
Everything over here except
from your
Dublin Belfast and Dublin Cork is declassified.
If you pop on Northern's 170s, they've got ScotRail 170s with first class, but they're declassified. So you can
So does it still have like the old ScotRail seats in it and stuff then?
Yeah, it's all Northern colours now.
All right.
Yeah, GWR turbos have the same problem.
158 some Northern 158 got the ScotRail colours still got it like 2 years ago. It's very cool. I feels like ScotRail colours looks really cool.
Yeah. You can guess where I am on train sim at the moment from this footage. You're absolutely amazing.
Third rail area. No overheads. There's not much to go on.
London Bridge, I reckon.
No.
Is it on Brighton Main Line?
Yeah. You remember, guys, the what's it called? The Southwestern Railway, Class 444 got broken off the snow.
Oh shit. Did I just leave? Am I still here? I'm after hitting something and I don't know what.
No, I think you've left.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not here anymore. We can't hear you.
Who said that?
I'm half tempted to say Rochester.
It says, Daniel Morris says, Richard, I would agree with you. We've got guard panels on our 700 in case things change.
That's very interesting, actually. I didn't know the 700s had guards panels on them. Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone else's opinion is, but we don't.
I remember
without guard panels.
Only got them in each in the driving end coaches.
Mm.
When we were testing them, the Network Rail bloke never went further to test the doors and whatnot. We only did it from that front coach with the guards panel on it.
At least it can be done though. 2-man operations. So.
Oh yeah, it can be done. I think they.
Which one's the best horn you've heard?
Thanks for
train spotting.
keeping up with the chat, Callum, as well.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping up with the chat, Callum. I've noticed you've been answering every question.
Yeah. I'm on the case.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep up with chat as well. With Thameslink, you can stay in first class with only if you are back of the train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
This
that's
is give it away where I am.
Yeah, Jeff Marshall made
Which
a video.
station are you at?
Yeah.
Chatham.
Hey!
30 miles an hour through.
Good old Chatham.
Oh,
Chatham.
the
Chatham.
Daniel Morris
Capital
says
D.
of front or shorter services or front of
So glad this isn't my local station.
Shorter services.
We've got a trespasser on the line at the 8-car mark.
Anyway, though, I'm gonna head. I'm gonna go. I might join back at some stage later. This is still on. So I shall see you all later.
Brilliant. Thanks, Richard.
Richie, before you go, Richie, just like if I were you, just like you say, you get the two confused, like red and green. So all you got to remember is red means go and green means stop.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Red means stop, that's bad. Green means go.
Thanks for the advice.
He gets confused. So
if you don't stop at the red ones, you'll never be late.
If it's back
that's the way.
And if you don't stop at the station, you won't be late either.
All right, I'll see you later.
It's just the West Coast Railway policy. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm ducking out as well. Let us know when you got the next one on. I'll join that.
Fantastic. Cheers, Joe.
No worries. See you later.
Cheers.
See you later.
I'm a studio.
Right. There's been a bit
I
organised.
have a question for Richard. If whistle boards, and like foot crossings, is it down to the driver to do the horn, or if the crossing doesn't have a whistle board, what happens there?
Right. Basically, whistle board, you sound a low tone only. That is the rule book instruction. However, the union instruction is you sound 2 tones, so high and a low, which is what most drivers will do. If the crossing doesn't have a whistle board, there's no requirement to sound the whistle. It's then down to the driver's discretion. What you will tend to find is a lot of the neighbours who live near crossings complain a lot about the noise, because obviously when they bought their houses, there wasn't a railway track there. They didn't know that. So you'll get a lot of crossings where whistle boards get removed either by Network Rail or they suddenly disappear overnight because one of the locals has had enough. But if you see someone on a crossing about to cross or near a crossing, then you would sound 2 tones. So
yeah,
it's a bit of a dodgy area. Me personally, I mean, if it's got a whistle board, I sound 2 tones. If it hasn't, I don't. But yeah, if you see someone on the crossing, you blow your horn. But if I see someone waving, I blow my horn. So
yeah. Or if
the
it's a
crossing
train
doesn't
spotter.
have a whistle board, is it down to like the public to see you and stuff then?
If it hasn't got a whistle board, it would have been risk assessed and signed off by Network Rail. So basically, it'd be on a bit of track where they've got enough room to see you. So it'd be on a long straight, but it wouldn't be like hiding around a corner.
Ah, right, yeah.
They've got a crossing down Margam, and you can see for about a mile down the track.
Yeah, that probably has got a whistle board on it.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Wait,
good crossing.
says, would you ever go low then high?
Yeah, whichever way around you want. There's no rulebook instructions. No low, high, low, high, low, low, high.
Either, Dan.
Yeah, either.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you're feeling.
whatever mood you're in at the time.
The horn's been fit on the loco.
Daniel Morris says, would you ever use the depot warning horn not to? Would you ever use the depot warning horn not in a depot?
A lot of stock doesn't have a depot warning horn. It's only the more modern stock that does. You would never use it at a whistle board. If you're at a whistle board, you've got to use the full horn. But if you were just sort of someone on a platform or on a bridge, you could use the depot horn. But as an official warning, you wouldn't use it, no.
Yeah.
Also, if you're in a depot and the train hasn't got a depot horn, then you would use the low tone of the horn.
Yeah. 158 goes low horn, low tone, and high tone. Just do that, Jack.
It's yeah.
The 68s are quite good. The Desire 185 goes extremely loud.
Yeah, the horn on a 66 is not good when you're standing next to it. That's what I'm saying.
What, 66?
Yeah. I've had it at Cardiff a few times.
Has someone heard of what's it called? Darth Vader?
Oh, yeah, the DVT on a Mark 5A.
Yeah, the Darth Vader.
Yeah,
I remember I was at Cardiff a few years ago. A 67 standard horn, quite loud. Yeah, a word may have came out. Not a good word.
I may have done the Darth Vader tune on the horn once or twice. I may have.
Well, you can't stop really, can you?
The hard word says TWS2 is the best. The new model bus 05 said.
Bakerloo, well modded.
The Bakerloo line as well modded.
Modelled, sorry.
Modelled, yeah. Oh, Kent Train fan says hello.
Hello. I've got TSW1. To be honest, I don't really play it. I just bought it to try it out. I used to play Train Sim quite a lot, but then once I started driving them for real, I kind of got fed up with it.
You missed the point, really.
I'll stick by what I said in my other videos. Sort of TSW, the graphics and the systems are superb, but the driving experience is just not great at all.
Yeah.
I know it's a really old game, but if you want a simulator, there is a simulator. Download OpenBVE because the way that drives and handles is spot on.
Or Train Simulator 2021. It's not bad either.
It's not bad, but the actual driving physics and the way the train handles, it just isn't. It isn't the same. It isn't right. It's designed as a game to a wide audience, and I get why they've done that.
Yeah, Train Sim World is much more. Carry on.
I find when you're on a simulator, it's hard to like stop in the right place because you can't like actually feel the force of the train sort of moving, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's probably easier to stop as a simulator.
The new model bus 05 says I blew the horn on TWS2 when I speed through a station with no matter what. I have a TS21.
Yeah, again, it's personal preference. There's no requirement. There's this great clause in the rulebook that says the driver can sound the horn whenever they feel it necessary. So, yeah, if there's lots of people on the platform, then just blow away.
Best line in the whole book.
It's get out of jail free, that line is.
Yeah.
What's the like the most tones you've done at once?
I've never counted.
Could you and report back next time?
There is a guy who was supposed to be in the chat actually called Josh, who's often you might have seen him, Callum. He's at Shawford all the time, and I think he's got a video of a driver doing about 114 tones or something like that.
Gee.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and compete with that. That's crazy.
Someone got trigger happy.
Has he found a job yet?
yeah, counting trains.
Yeah.
I saw one where a video where a
way to
Thames
hand
Link
notice in.
driver did Baby Shark on the like the horn. It was funny.
Baby Shark on.
Usually only 2 tones
Yeah.
to the horn plus a whistle.
Come up with tunes you can play on 2 tones only.
I've got about 5 in my repertoire that I've managed to sort of think up so far.
I bet you haven't tried them yet.
On Prez I have all of them.
That's
no.
What you can do, you can't do it on a 66, but you can on a 73, is you can hold the horn on the driver's side down and the horn on the second man's side up, and you get like a big American sounding.
Yeah. Yeah, 73, yeah.
I've done that for a couple of times.
The new model bus 05. I want the circle line on TSW2. And James said that would be good.
Yeah, that was me.
I remember the first time I heard a 800 horn. A bit underwhelming.
800. Oh.
The horn was a bit underwhelming though.
For all you Southeast guys, I saw a London over. Is it 717? Is there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I saw one yesterday at Dorking in the sidings.
710.
710.
The other 710.
I can't try and find. What do you do with that, Richard? What do you do the what do you do for HTT, Richard?
You see, if I was to say yes, you'd know who I work for.
Who is the redhead in the southeast?
I mean, I think we
would
can
it by
guess
any
who you
chance
work
be that
for.
company that operates out of Tunbridge West?
Equally, you can say no because your route card doesn't allow it, and you can still say what to work for.
Yeah, it's that company that has something to do with Great Britain, isn't it?
I was driving RHTTs yesterday, but it could have been MPVs for a different company. So
no comment.
Might it be that only company to still operate a 73?
Oh well, no, there are some other 73s knocking about.
Yeah,
We'll ignore that Polaris Rail exists.
Yeah, Caledonian Sleeper, yeah.
I think Network Rail have got one, haven't they?
They've got 2.
The Minions.
Would it be that company that operates them out of that yard in Kent that might or may not be the west of a certain type of bridge that happens to run 73s in a bright yellow livery?
Well, I live in Hastings and I have to live within an hour of where I work.
What he's trying to say is he can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah, if this wasn't live on YouTube, I might say something different.
Wait, the
you might be a bit more specific.
Richard Hawkins said also the TWS2 would be great to have Brighton Main Line, also West Coast Line, Sussex.
Slightly creepier, an advert for Train Sim World 2 pops up.
Oh yes.
I quite fancy having to go at the Bakerloo line on TSW2.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
Ah.
Oh, that looks like a 73.
Yeah.
I have tried the Bakerloo line on TSW2, and
the
it's
same
all right.
word on the bus. The model bus 5 says, "I am on the middle main line," and Eddie says, Eddie eventually says GBRF. Huh?
Who are they?
GB.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of GBRF. No, who are they?
Wow.
What station is that, Riley? That looks like the old London Bridge.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
The old southern part.
Says, wow, B&M. Wow, the B&M.
Yeah,
it's a great game, and neither confirm or nor Denny or Eddie. Kent Change Fan says, I'm pretty sure I've seen you on a 66. Lol.
Yeah, you most definitely would have seen me on a 66 somewhere if you're in Kent.
Oh yeah.
And the new model buses we have East Coast Way. We have the East Coast Way on the TSW2 on TSW1.
Do you drive to Inning? Do you drive to Inningham, near Grimsby via Lincoln? Because I can see quite a lot.
I'm not sure that's in the southeast, but all right.
I
Not
only go
that
as far
far.
north I go as far north as Willesden.
Eddie says,
Anything north of the river is up north.
Minningham.
I'll go further than you. Well, I will do anyway.
Minningham is a bit too far from north.
I was going to say Lincoln ain't far away from me, actually.
Yeah,
I went
Eddie
there
says,
the other week.
I wish you did vote as I'm not far from Lincoln. Personally. Yeah.
Oh, Eddie lives close to Lincoln. I'm in Lincoln.
Michael, our TS. Anyone have any strong opinions on HS2?
No, that is a good topic. Yes, build it, get on with it, do it, and then let me drive.
Basically, get it built, get it done, get trains running, job done.
Build
it. Some 73s.
The new model bus 05.
I think HS2 is a much needed idea. I think you can plough as much money as you want into upgrading the existing network, but the capacity just isn't there. If passenger demand doesn't come back, maybe it will be there, but especially freight capacity and stuff like that, you could have so much more freight on the rail, but the pathways to run trains just don't exist.
My model streamer says, yeah, that's a waste of money. And he says, which should...
that's a good
I do think it's a lot of money.
Which should be Crossrail or HS2?
No, it should be Crossrail, but it'll probably be HS2. What do you think of this? What do you think of the 701 S's? 701s, they look the cabs on the 701s look amazing. They do look nice, I must say.
Yeah, plastic.
Yeah.
I know a couple of blokes that have driven them and they say they drive very nice.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I've only ever delivered one. I haven't actually seen a move.
Michael fellow TS says, big enough step should be we have been thinking of a faster and more advanced. And Daniel says, yeah, that's the first one, Michael Flower TSCOI said.
Yeah, I know what you're saying with HS2. Should we be looking at making it bigger and faster? And I think the argument
and Daniel says
come up with is
I think they copied the 700 interior
on the 701s. Yeah.
I can't not wait that the new model bus 05 says. I can't not wait for the 313s for East Crossrail on train symbol 2.
The thing is with HS2 is what's going to happen to I don't understand how it can free up more space on the existing network, because all the trains that are currently on there, won't they still need to be on there?
I think the theory is that you're going to be able to reduce the service on the classic network
Right, okay.
I mean,
but will the operators want to do that though?
It probably won't be down to the operators, it'll be down to the DFT to specify what the service is. And even if they don't reduce the service, you've got to look at the network's running at about 110% capacity already. The trains are overcrowded.
The module streamer says the time taken for HS2 is a joke. It took less time for build 6,000 miles, change civilians, railway picks and silvers.
HS2 there is a lot more complicated than.
Yeah. The new model says East Coast Way. The East Coast Way should be extended to Aura.
To Ore, yeah, that's near where I live.
To
Are you talking about on the simulator there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think HS2 taking so long to build, it's all to do with newts and wildlife and stuff, isn't it?
And politics as well.
And politics, yeah. I think the actual construction of it it's going to be a complicated project, but I think it's been so long planning, and they've wasted millions on the planning. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's insane how much they've spent. But
there we go.
I wonder if only some of HS2 will get built.
Company,
I doubt they'll build it all.
Going into administration and whatever as well.
I think
we're looking to build HS2 past Birmingham.
The DP Travels #transport says the GWR 800 needs a buffet.
Something like the something like they got on the Pendolino, it's like a little shop or something.
Yeah, they've got a little buffet on the LNER ones as well. That ain't too bad, but the kitchen on them's tiny as anything.
But they're really expensive though, aren't they? They're so overpriced.
A hot chocolate on GWR is something like £3.50. It's ridiculous.
Nearly as bad as a cup of coffee on Ryanair.
I once got a free cup of tea on LNER because it was my birthday.
Gee, did Daniel Moore
anything from Costa?
The first one.
Is it?
Daniel Moore says, do you think HS1 will be linked up to the Mersey or that
has been on the cards for absolutely years. The problem with that is Ashford Station, where you come in from the market.
Richard says, I feel that all the way. Should we bring back freight trains but take heavy goods instead? Instead, using lorries transport heavy goods by roads and where heavy traffic. And model streamer says HS2 more compacted, and we have modern tracks, laying equipment now. The length
with freight traffic, I would love to see more freight on rails. I know that most people would. Again, the pathways just aren't there to accommodate it. There's so many passenger trains now. There isn't the space for the freight trains.
I'm doing my words on the chat.
Great to get more freight on rail. It really would.
I think what they ought to do, as passengers always complain that they like cattle, I think we ought to start shoving all the passengers into the freight trains.
That's a great. They do that in India, don't they?
It sounds
no. They're on the roof in India.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, that's basically transport
can
for
even
Wales.
see where it's going. They're all
Has
like,
anyone ever
"Oh,
remembered
oh,
window
thanks for
hang?
the invite." Off the front windscreen.
I need to go, guys, but thank you very much for the invite and everything, or the link in. So I'll catch up next time, no doubt.
Yeah, cheers, Mark.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark.
GB round
Cheers,
3.
bye.
Cheers, right.
Has anyone ever window hung before? How fast have they gone?
I have between Cardiff and Shrewsbury on a 67.
Yeah.
How fast were you going?
I don't know what the line speed is actually, but 100 mile an hour. I think.
Probably about.
Model streamer says we have heavy goods. We don't move coal or oil. More quality. We have little steel structure left.
No.
We do.
I've done it coming out of Newport on a
steel
sandal,
train.
but
We do move coal and oil still.
radio.
I window hanged on a HST from Grantham to Doncaster at 125 miles per hour.
How I'm doing with my words.
Just remember, guys, this is live streaming and it's going to stay on YouTube. So
I don't mind. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should have pointed out when I was window hanging. It was only my hand out slightly, and that wasn't in much.
Oh yeah.
Clear that up. And Arriva train swells were aware of it, and they didn't mind.
Yeah. And
totally didn't just
there's a good one. I think there's a good one in here. I think Kent Trent fan says they should start running customs freight Dollars more again. They should used to.
What's the worst What's the worst delay as people ever had before on a train?
Oh, I've had a 4 hour.
4 hours.
York, from York to
anywhere in the country.
2 hours 40.
I was on a diverted London to Glasgow from Crewe to Glasgow. We diverted via Manchester.
Yeah.
I got sick and tired of Manchester.
the one day I was up at my local and I thought I'll check on RTT, see if there's a train running late. Whole train's 55 minutes late out of King's Cross. I thought I'll catch that. Got to Hull, got a delay claim for it, didn't I? Best thing is I missed the connection up to Scarborough.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I got
Jack.
half my train fare back for it.
Yeah.
As in, it was an incident a couple of months back now, I think it was. We had a suicidal person in the local area. The trains were all
Richard Hawking says I had a 8-hour delay.
From 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon.
Oh,
nothing.
Gee, me don't.
I was doing some trackside filming a few days ago. The freight train was 5 hours late.
The new model bus says me at Doncaster because of signal failure at the day at York after a day at York.
Doncaster ain't too bad actually. I like Doncaster.
Yeah.
There are about
I never been to
8
Doncaster.
platforms at Doncaster, and the majority are reversible.
Whoa.
I know platform 0.
Hawking says go through Westbury.
Yeah, 0's the.
It's quite good as well.
Yeah,
platform 0, you get are all the slow stopping services that.
Yeah, you get
like Hessel.
Yeah. DP, that's future. DP Travel Transport was bringing back the 442s as it was a mistake.
Kind of.
I think it was a good idea.
And Danny Morris White says for everyone, how often do you think you'll bring these calls?
How long's a piece of string?
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
The Kent Train fan says a couple of years ago, I was on the Southern train, got stuck outside Herne Bay for 3 hours because of flooding.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, third rail area.
Yeah.
Yeah, electrified, and sometimes they have to go. They have to go absolutely slow snow. Go on the electrified third rail. Go spark a lot.
Yeah,
because
in a 30.
Because the down platforms, the down platform at Herne Bay is an island, and there's no lift there either, so it's just a subway. So there have been times, actually, when I was at work, that there was severe flooding when we had flash floods, but all over Kent, and people were saying that, like the.
Robert Leg says, how many of you are train drivers?
Stations like Herne Bay.
That's for Richard.
Sorry, I was in the chat. Say again.
All right, I answered it for him.
How many are you? How many of you are train drivers? What Robert Legg says.
How many of us are train drivers? 1.5. Sorry,
What?
Captain.
I'm
the half. I'm the half.
Are you
I must be a quarter then if I'm 5 minutes away.
Richard Hawkins says, bring back manual signals points with using computer. Then, if the computer goes down, bring the network to a halt.
Yeah, but that's a safety device.
There'd be a backup as well, stuff like that.
There's good and bad with that in there. I mean, the days when you used to have little signal boxes along the line, in some ways it's going to be more reliable because if a signal point breaks, signal can jump out the box and fix it. But then they want to cut staff and cut costs and make it more cheaper for the passenger and reduce fares and make the service better, which is privatisation definitely does.
Right, I'm going to go now.
The new model bus 5 says, I keep speeding on the train sim world. Robert says, Robert, the road says, please, can I ask you a question, please?
Yes, and your question.
As you just did. That was a question in itself.
Yeah. Robert says, where do you travel from? Robert says.
I think that's for Callum.
Yeah.
I travel from the train station.
I said he can ask anything.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, I'm one of those annoying customer assistants.
I travel from Ashford to Tonbridge at times.
Yeah,
I'm
one of
go
those
now.
annoying customer assistants.
Nice chatting to you.
Says, oh, what platform
Nice chatting
goes to
to you,
London?
yeah.
I say the platforms don't go to London. They start.
Yeah, I used to say that when I was on the platform.
Gee, there's a lot. Keep trying to speak. I don't think I can be heard. Richard, would you mind explaining the banner repeater sign, please? Chris,
Yeah, banner repeaters are really simple. It basically tells you whether a signal is at danger or a signal shows a proceed aspect. So think of it as an old semaphore signal. If the banner repeater is horizontal, that means the signal's at danger. If the banner repeater is vertical, it means the signal is showing a proceed aspect. However, on a lot of routes now, they're putting 3 aspect banner repeaters in, which is where the background of the banner can turn green and it shows the next green. And they are
Paul, I'll look out for you. Robert says, look out for you.
Yeah, I think that's for Callum.
That's for me.
Right.
Richard, has Hastings still got semaphore signals, or are they being replaced now?
No, you've got
Hastings is the only place in our area that still has them.
Yeah, you've got semaphores at the OR end of the station, and the St Leonard's end is all LED signals. So they actually.
Scarborough's platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, platform 4, platform 5 are automatic lights, signalers.
I wonder, how do you Southeastern guys got to drive the bullet train, the 395?
Yes,
well, but they have this in the Grove Park area now with the new signalling.
Yeah, I used to drive the 395s when I was with Southeastern. I'll say it.
I think I've been on.
There's no one to hide that.
North Train from.
How is it, Phil?
From Pancras.
They're really nice to drive. I only ever drove them as a depot driver, so I never took them out on the main lines. It was the fastest train in the country, and I only allowed to drive at 10 miles an hour. They're very nice, very nice.
Richard says, are they making the Marshline Hastings to Ashford International Electric?
Eurostar's 187 mile an hour compared to 140.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I've not domestic service, but Jonathan, like the high speed as a driver, the high speed is
Callum
regarded
says, Rob,
as a sort of
Rob,
prestige
the green banner.
role, driver role. So you have to be driving mainline services or mainline stock for at least 2 years before you're eligible to apply for
you
high
have much
speed.
interest of heritage street steam or about exploring mainline steam driving?
Daniel, how sensitive are the TPWS overspeed systems? Depends on the speed restrictions. Some of them are really sensitive. Some of them are quite lenient. They're more sensitive for freight trains than what they are passenger trains. But it's either you tripped it or you haven't tripped it. If you've tripped it, it's not going to be a case of you're only 0.1 of a mile an hour over. If you tripped it, you tripped it. But it's a great safety system, and it definitely needs to be there. Although it is, it's rather embarrassing when you do trip them.
Yeah.
Have you ever tripped one, Richard?
Message from
Yeah,
the new model plus.
I've tripped about 3
saying about I can't wait for Southeastern high speed on Train Sim World 2. If they actually add in the neutral sections on the in-cab signalling, because that's one feature that wasn't actually implemented on the original Train Sim, like the high speed Train Sim.
On this
and
thing?
the fact that there was a bug on there of some sort for changing between the DC third rail and the AC overheads.
Yeah, I remember it.
From the third rail onto we have to press the button twice, I think.
Signals drive through. Staffordshire signals I drive through at a deal.
Yeah, there's a couple of semaphores up near Deal.
Yeah, it's down near the Ramsgate area.
Yeah.
If you like semaphores,
TWS is just the step forward driveless trains.
No, I don't think TPWS is with it's not a driverless system at all. You've got the ATO through the Thameslink Core, and that's driverless. I think it's going to be a few more years before we see driverless trains on the main line in full.
Yeah, we're doing testing at the moment at just below Stevenage with the new ECTS systems and the ATO systems. But again, that's still, and especially the ATO systems, we're still in the early stages of testing them. And like Rich said, it's going to be at least another 10, 15 years, I reckon, before we start seeing it implemented elsewhere.
They've got the ATO system in through the Thameslink Core, and although it's there, they don't use it. And from what I understand, it hasn't.
The new model streaming bus says. The new model bus 05 says, "Can I keep doing East Coast Way with no hood?" Because I went the Challenger to myself, looking more realistic.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You can turn the HUD off and learn the route.
Yeah, the ATO system for the core, they found a couple of bugs with it, and it led to a non-service train collision a few years back, and so they've never turned it back on since.
That's not great, is it?
No.
What's the best modern technology?
I hate to say, but it's a colossal app, if you know what I mean.
We got two guys in here playing train sims. Riley's driving 395 by the looks of it. Jonathan, that looks like
I've been on the 395. Pop my ears.
I'm playing Train Sim World at the moment. But
what is better, third rail or overhead wires?
Honestly, probably overhead wires because you get more voltage out of them. The trains are much faster. And overhead safer.
Yeah.
I guess these driverless trains will come a lot of sooner than people think. Model streamers says. And Daniel says a lot of AQL being used regular passenger service now through TL, for TL Curve.
I didn't know it was being used regularly through the Thames Link core.
Who's got a TV or something on in the background?
I can hear telly. Maybe copyrighted.
Who's got
That's Jonathan.
That may be copyrighted.
Oh,
yeah. Jonathan. I mute him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, you don't want to get striked.
Oh, yeah, you know what YouTube are like.
Southeastern, Callum.
Nah, freight company.
Lewis Train says, wow.
A certain freight company. A certain one.
Yeah, Louis Trains were still on.
I'm still on.
Yeah,
They'll be here tomorrow morning. We'll still be here the next time Richard's at work.
Oh yeah.
I've got one more shift and I've got a week off. So yeah.
Oh, nice. What have they given you for your last shift? Anything nice?
Trying to think of the head code.
Well, hot cup of tea to start with.
Hotel 82, I think it is.
Which
what was
one?
that?
6 Hotel 82 goes back. That's 4 Yankee 19.
Yeah, 82. Yeah. From
where you going from?
Yeah.
It's not painful. Yeah,
where you going from?
Who says I have to go to sleep? So I have school tomorrow. Lewis Train says.
Oh, no worries, bud.
Daniel Morris says, what do you think will get ATL next? And DP Travel says, where is the best station? I think for DP Travel Transport, I think York.
York's not in the south; it's in the north. I should know that. My local.
A local.
Well,
in the south, it depends what you want to see. Clapham's quite good, or Kensington Olympia if you want freight stuff.
I think Clapham, yeah.
South is pretty boring for train spotting. It's all units and not much freight. It's not great.
Soul Street's the best.
Where, sorry?
Soul Street is the best.
Soul Street.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You don't get much through Soul Street though. 375.
Yeah. What the streamer said, in the good old days, I drove a train after 8 pints of beer, and I wasn't even a driver.
There's lots of stories I could tell, not about myself because I'd be out of a job, but yeah, some of the old boys do tell good stories about that sort of thing. What route do you think will get ATO next? I think it's going to be the metro route, sort of around central.
Daniel Morris says, do 345 have provision of ATO? Daniel says.
No idea.
And Lewis as Ashford isn't too good. Ashford isn't as good too.
Ashford International. Yeah, that's not bad. Got Mr. Jeffries down there. For those of you in the south, you'll know who he is.
Just for you. Just for you.
How long you have been a driver, Richard?
I have been with my current company for about 18 months. Before that, I was a driver for about 7 years.
Wow.
That was on the main line, and then I had about 2.5 years depot driving, so just driving in yards and stuff. I was at Ashford for a little while.
You done Transpenine York? You done York one?
No, I don't go up north. Furthest north I've driven a train is Northampton.
Yeah. I think you should try train. I think you should spot a train spot at York or do no diary at York.
Yeah.
Right then, I'm probably gonna leave. Watching the YouTube chat.
Or if you did York, you could pop into the National Railway Museum. Oh, sorry, the Railway Museum. And you could have a go on the Military
That's
Railway.
on my bucket list for next year.
Come out on the Military Railway.
Lewis Townsend, what company are you with now, Richard?
Louis Trains, I think you'd get into trouble if he were to say.
I did 5 year transport. Oh, hey, Brandon.
Yeah, that's 35 years on the railway. Enjoyed the first 34, hated the last one. I guess that's why you left then. It's
Yeah. Richard Hawkins says, at the managed to put overhead wires 7 tunnels so they could do down here.
Yeah, I don't think
so.
I've done Robert Ang says, I've
I
done
know it never happened, but I think they ought
that's
to.
2 years. Was Charing Cross it for 5 years.
So what's it?
I work for companies. The new model boss says, I work for all companies in Train World 2. And Lewis Jones says they're not allowed to say.
It's a good point.
What's it like, Jack, at York on the miniature railway?
We haven't ran since COVID.
Right.
Basically, I got passed off in March, and I've done nothing to do with COVID.
Really?
11, 5,
It is
8, 29.
open, but it's
I've seen
ticket
some
holders only.
complaints.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
On the latest regarding using Discord, would you work quite well? Sure.
I need to get into Discord.
Yeah.
I'm yeah. I think a few people said I should get on Instagram as well, but I think that's for younger people than me. I'm
only on Instagram.
I'm getting to that age where I've got to come off of Facebook.
Yeah, I think Richard's more of a TikTok kind of guy.
What's TikTok? I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Used to do TikTok stuff all about the railway.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. It's been a bit manic, but how's everyone found it? It's been all right.
Yeah, I've loved it.
I'm doing good.
It's been all right.
Thanks for asking.
Been a bit all over the place.
Yeah. Lockdown's stressed. Lockdown is.
I've just noticed there's a dislike on YouTube. Who's pressed that?
That's all right.
That doesn't matter.
Probably my wife.
Oh.
Mrs. Dadwell.
Mrs. Dadwell. Mum Rail.
Mum Rail, there we go.
Yeah. We haven't done too bad though. I wanted to stream it because some people don't feel comfortable speaking and stuff, and I thought it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll probably make some ad revenue, probably about 5p or something ridiculous. YouTube costs me way more than what I make from it. I just do it because I enjoy doing it. So,
which is the main thing. Don't you enjoy it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Did anybody see in the news about the GWR driver doing 100 mile an hour over the speed limit?
What?
Really?
Yeah. What?
Yeah. There's
I haven't seen that.
Serious?
There's a lot to that, and that's why I made a video about it, and that'll be coming out tomorrow or the day after. Little plug.
Richard Walker says, "I'm a 42. I am
to be able to do that, it must have
and TikTok."
The safety systems.
Yeah, I don't think it was the driver. From what I've read, the RSSB report, the RAIB reports come out. I don't think it was the driver's fault. It was a trap waiting to happen, and he fell into it, or she fell into it. A trap that anyone could fall into. So, yeah, but I'm editing a video about it. I'm trying to do some graphics and stuff. I'm not very good at animation. Yeah, so
Yeah, basically it was a temporary speed restriction that was 125 mile an hour for passenger, 30 for freight. But they then changed the speed restriction for 20 for all trains. And because the driver had been over that route, God knows how many times previous, not slowing down restriction, they've driven.
Megan says.
So yeah, it's.
I wouldn't do that on the driver
So
not
they've forgotten
knowing about
about the
PSR.
ones.
Sorry.
They've forgotten the ones.
Well, it won't have been in the one because it was only changed to a 20 the same day.
Ah.
So an
That
emergency.
Walker says. I read up I wasn't driver. I read up that it wasn't the driver's fault.
Yeah, I'm very inclined to agree with that. It was a trap. I mean, technically, the buck stops with the driver because the signage was there. The driver ignored it, or didn't see it, or whatever. But there was a trap waiting to happen, and the driver fell into it. And there were some systems failings as well that led up to that. To be honest, it's a trap I reckon I could fall into myself. So yeah, definitely interesting. Fortunately, nobody was hurt or anything in it. But yeah, definitely an interesting one. But yeah, definitely some failings there, and yeah, not being informed, as Raygun says. Yeah, there was definitely a bit of that going on.
Richard, how many went through SPAD?
Sorry,
how many trains you went through SPAD?
How many trains have had SPADs?
Yes.
I have no idea. Fortunately, touch wood, I've never been involved in a SPAD myself. No one goes to work with the intention of having a SPAD or having an incident, but these things do happen, and there's reasons they happen, you know.
Danny Morris says, should they have placed a temporary AWS management there?
Yeah, Daniel, there was an ADO, as far as I know, because the line is ATO. Is it ATO, ATC? ATC, sorry.
Yeah.
But I believe you still get magnets with speedboards for ATC, so yeah, it would have been there. All the signage was there as it should have been, but like I say, the speed was 125 for passenger, 30 for freight, and they changed it to 20 for all trains.
West Coast Railway.
West
Coast Railway would probably know.
Isn't it ATP on the Great Western?
Is it ATP?
Yeah, I think it's ATP.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure that runs alongside AWS though, doesn't it? You still have the AWS as you normally would.
Yeah, if I'm right, all ATP is a little flashing green light on the speedometer.
ATP and ACS on Great Western Main Line.
Yeah, I need to read up on the ATP ACS systems a bit more, but from what I know, it's a really good system. It was just too expensive to roll it out, and that's why we got TPWS, which is not quite as good, but it's safe, and that's the main thing.
How many trespasses you caught and blowed your horn a lot?
Not many, actually. Normally animals. it's normally deer on the track or something like that, but not many.
Cows down in the Chilham area.
Yeah, cows are known for the Chilham area, aren't they?
Yeah, sometimes on the Trans-Pennine, right, Jack?
What about pigeons? Because on Miniature Rail, we have pigeons sitting on our traps. Do
you really?
Yeah. You come right close to them, and they shoot off within the last second.
I was on the train. I was on the train, and the train missed out a station which should have stopped at have anyone a train have done this.
Yeah, I was the driver on a train that done that. I'm not going to go into that too much.
Didn't you mention that in one of your videos, Richard?
No, I don't know if I've talked about that particular incident in my videos, but
and as a signalman at Colchester, I had a driver's SPAD at signal protecting a crossing with barriers up at speed. I got barriers down a second to spare.
Fantastic. Well done.
I think there's something slightly out of place here.
Well, there's a 319.
Yep, 319. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Is that
I can't think. Is that First Capital Connect livery?
Yeah, First Capital Connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slightly out of place on the North Kent line.
Oh yeah.
I never got to drive a 319, but I was lucky enough to ride in the cab a few times when I was route learning. And yeah, I would like to have a driver one. They look really good. Not very good in wet conditions, though. Apparently, they slip a lot. They used to be. I'm showing my age now, but does anyone remember them on the Brighton Main Line? They used to do the Brighton Express. They used to go fast, Brighton, East Croydon, London, Victoria in 49 minutes. And they had like a little saloon car with like a bar and everything in it on a 319. Really cool. If you Google it, you'll probably find it. Brighton Express.
Weren't they in Southern liveries?
They were. Oh, that was Connex back then, actually. Connex South Central.
Mm.
So,
I've got the 319.
That was the yellow, yellow livery.
Yellow livery, yeah. I think I wasn't on the railway then, but a lot of the staff when I started were moaning about the hats they used to have to wear. They used to say if you walk through Seven Oaks Tunnel, you'll find loads of Connex hats because the train stuff them out the windows.
Yeah, that's my sister's dog. Look, Jack, that's my sister's dog right there.
No, I've just been interrupted by my cats.
Riley, if that's not Gravesend,
why have we got no Wi-Fi?
That's Gravesend. It looks like you're coming into Gravesend.
Going out of.
Going out of. Oh, so you're heading towards who?
Yeah, I've literally just come through the old Gravesend.
That was the old Gravesend, though. Yeah, on the high speed. On that high speed, that was the old one up, one down, and then two through the middle before Gravesend was rebuilt.
Yeah, I think it was operationally better then. It's Gravesend's a nightmare now. Well, actually, in my opinion, since the Thameslink started running along there, the network's so congested now.
That's my sister's dog, Jack.
Oh yeah.
Right there. What do you think, Richard? That's my sister's dog, a beagle.
Nice.
Beagle. Yeah.
Jack, you're in Wales, aren't you, Jack?
I'm in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, same.
Wales, sorry.
Yeah, I used to live near Wales, but I moved to Yorkshire last year.
All right, okay. And that's why you're on the mini railway out there.
Yeah, I joined the railway museum 1 year ago, actually.
So are the locos you drive like battery powered or are they live steam?
They run on red diesel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the diesel, that's right, and electric.
We've got a Deltic and a Class 47.
Oh, wonderful.
They're not too bad to drive, actually. It's 7.25 inch.
Yeah.
They give you 4 weeks to train how to learn all the systems with it. We get looked after up there, actually.
Is it like voluntary work or is it?
Yeah, it's voluntary up there.
Voluntary. Yeah. That sounds really good, actually.
But we get looked after from the management very well.
That's what you want, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I can't really fault the support.
Fantastic.
And
I need to get up to York.
We've got a little steam train ride as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ain't too bad. It takes about 10 minutes to have a ride on it.
Oh,
and they've even got a mallard simulator as well.
Have they really?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
There's those are messages. There's loads of messages. I've heard someone mention earlier asking that the driver picture that do you think Grant said, do you think they'll ever 4-track Brighton mainline?
No.
At Newcastle?
No. There's not enough space to do it, and there's too many obstacles in the way. I think the Brighton Mainline 2 project, I think using the Uckfield, connecting the Uckfield line up is an option. And I also think they've got the back road to Horsham via Dorking, which is really, really underused. They could spend a lot of money on that. Guys in there. So
it come down to money as well.
Yeah. Does it need it? Yes, it does. Will it happen? Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, a better option would be a high-speed link, wouldn't it? Brighton, Gatwick. Yeah. You know, Heathrow joining up with HS2.
Yeah.
I think I did see a proposal at one point for a high-speed line, Ashford, Tunbridge, Red Hill, and then up to Heathrow that way.
again, which would be really. I mean, that was on the drawing board, sort of in the design stages. So it'd be really good. But the trouble is here, why we're thinking about projects in Germany, they're sort of why you're thinking about it. We'll start building it. Over here, we've got to have 10 years of consultations and arguing, spend 10 billion pounds, and then we decide we're not going to do it. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's about right for the British. Well, yeah, we'll think of this. Hang on, now
we'll just end up with another Crossrail situation if we build anything else.
Do you mean the Elizabeth line?
Oh well, depends on whether you watch Marshall's videos or not.
Yeah. I'm gonna murder every person who says Elizabeth line.
That's what I'm not gonna say. It's
see it on the news the second it opens. Random person arrested for killing 100 people on the Elizabeth line.
You reckon it will open?
Well, probably not in our lifetimes.
I don't know what's delaying that up there. I don't know what's going on. I don't follow it, but yeah.
And I don't have trouble because they've got to get the stock to work with 3 different signaling systems. I know there was like compatibility issues.
I did see a video about that they put out a little while ago, actually. Yeah, I saw something like that with the compatibility problems.
Because at the Heathrow end, the signalling system at that end is some ancient system, even older than what we use anywhere on the main lines, like around here.
Yeah, at least for once, though, Crossrail's got a reason to be late.
Oh yeah, I read somewhere earlier that the 387s that GWR have got meant to be going over to the
purple trains. Yeah, not pink trains.
The purple trains, yeah. The Richard Hawkins says, I hate the 313 trains there's no toilets on them.
There is another one we use. The yellow has a toilet, very good toilet as well.
Yeah, what's the best train I've been on a Transpennine? Class 68 with MK5.
I want to say a train I'm quite controversial that I quite like.
Go on.
The Class 802/800/801.
Yeah.
I like it. I've not been on.
I like that the buy mode. Some of them are.
The buy mode, yeah. The pantograph goes down.
Electric diesel, isn't it?
Yeah, the pantograph goes down on 800. The engine turns on, back up, turns on.
There's AC and diesel.
I think there's definitely a case for having more multimodal stuff, isn't there? Bimodal stuff. And I'd like to see. I mean, you go back to years ago, the class 73s bimodal. So
Richard says, what law on trains running disabled toilets out of order?
I don't know what specific law there is.
There is
against that. I don't know. I don't even know if there is, but it's not good for the operators to do it, is it? But there are reasons. I mean, as an operator, if you've got a disabled toilet that's out and you haven't got a spare train, do you cancel the train because the disabled toilet's not working? You probably wouldn't. So
yeah,
I mean, it's controversial.
You just remarshal the stock, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, the toilet should be working as far as I'm concerned. Can you cancel the train if the toilet isn't working?
And what did I do on the Isle of Wight?
Oh yeah, that's a good point, actually.
They open the doors at high speed and do it out the door.
I've got to
make sure you ain't doing it in the right tunnel.
Yeah. Nice chatting to you, Richard.
Yeah, and you, Jack. Take care.
Yeah. Daniel Moore says that's correct. You can't let trains out with universal loos out of order. You can with a standard.
Yeah, it does seem a bit wrong, but
when I was working,
cancel trains because of it. And Jack MC207 says, "Hello, everyone. Hey guys, hello.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Oh wait, Jack's here.
Jack 1 and Jack 2.
Or just call me Jack York.
Jack Yorkshire. Jack Newell.
Yeah, Jack, how many times have you ridden Pacers this year? Or lately?
I've had a pacer once this year. And that was from York to Sheffield by Pontefract Bag Hill.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've only ever ridden one once.
Yeah.
And that was I think that was from Scunthorpe back to Doncaster.
Yeah, that'd be on the Scunthorpe stopper then.
Yeah. Yeah, it was about 50-minute journey? So like that.
Yeah, about that. Goes at all stations.
Yeah.
I had a 143 along the seawall at Dorley. Yeah, that's probably the last time I'll go on a pacer. Hopefully.
I hate pacers. You should. DP Trump says Voyager AK flying loose. And the new model says you should let the train have accessible loos with disabled people on a train.
No, I like Voyagers. I know it's controversial, but
I've been on a Voyager from Edinburgh towards York.
I like that AKA flying toilet.
Yeah.
Richard Hawkins says, how often do you find out what trains numbers letters?
Richard, you want to go to the train's head code?
Any website like that, it give you the train running numbers.
Even RT on some
real-time trains.
Yeah, go on real-time trains, or you can look up the diagrams on Tracksea, and it'll show you the train's position.
Or you could even tweet the operator as well on some of them.
I know some of the better freight operators release their allocations as well, so the local allocations are. That's only a select few premium freight operators that do that.
Yeah, I found that quite useful. I was up at the local ones and GBR came through and I thought, oh, see which one is it? Special livery one, weren't it? I thought, I do, thank you very much.
Celebrity loco.
Yeah.
Do you think they should have more celebrity locos?
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think overdoing it would just take the excitement out of it?
Yeah.
This might make you hate me.
Go on.
143 at St Pancras.
Oh, really? How do you manage that?
Train simulator, by any chance?
I remember.
I've never managed to.
Yeah.
I've never figured out how to enable like the explore, like the free roam mode on the routes.
I mean, this isn't even free roam. This is just quick drive.
Oh, really? I like that.
The train. That's quite. Yeah, I hate pacers. You know, there's a little school got a pacer. It's going to change into a library.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw something about that on is it Nod? I want to say Nodrog, but that's not.
We've got a pacer in the National Collection up at Shildon.
Yeah.
Excellent. They are worth preserving because they're railway history, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got 142001, the first one.
We've got
a lot of smaller heritage lines. They're going to prove really good.
I think what the museum want to do is paint it into a different colour. It's up at Shildon at the moment. Because the railway museum's got two sites, York and Shildon.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know what's at Shildon because I haven't been up there yet.
That Arriva place that's pulling out.
Oh, good boy, Max.
Riley, is that
that's what my sister's dog do.
That's dog actually on overheads.
Well, it's debatable.
Because if that's not on a panto, no, there aren't any.
Diesel can go on anything, can't it?
Yeah.
Might want to turn on your
Real question is,
daytime
are the
markers, though.
passengers going to survive to make it to
Definitely like
Faversham?
your lights are on.
Whole Trains did send one of their A2Ts
Yeah, that's
into
right.
bank recently.
Yeah.
I remember seeing in the news, I think it was a couple of years ago now, actually,
Yeah.
saying something like loads of passengers getting stranded
Yeah,
because
that's right.
a certain train operator in the
Richard Hawkins says, I like the
kind of
idea.
way
Should
with
bring
a
back
green
named
lily.
trains, and I like the some of the
Apparently,
Express Great Western trains
I can't
and
remember
some
where it was.
on the
Some
trains.
there's a big hub,
The trains
pump
they have
station, big interchange
to
station
make
where
them personal.
where you'd need a bi-mode train, where it
Yeah.
goes from DC Third Rail to overheads, and apparently this train operator sent out the wrong stock that wasn't capable of bi-mode. And so apparently the driver didn't realise, and he tried to take the train forwards and then wondered why he lost power.
Cool.
Yeah, it's happened at North Pole before with a couple of operators.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was.
You've been on the Electrostag.
Oh, I think it was Shepherd's Bush.
The overhead
North Pole
the
Junction.
the podcast goes and the third rail coupling would go connect up to it.
Yeah, I think for some reason the driver obviously didn't realise that. I don't know how it could happen because the drivers must be familiar with the trains and to be allowed to drive the routes.
You'd be surprised. There are a lot of drivers on the passenger. I mean, I'm not slandering anyone or anything, but you'll be surprised the amount of people who don't realise actually which subclasses of unit are and aren't bimodal. A lot of the times, a unit rolls in, you take it. You'd be surprised how many people don't realise actually how much of their stock isn't bimodal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna have to come off because she's got work in the morning. So
guys, do you remember the National Grid went
one
out
more day off
train
before I'm back to work.
No worries, bud. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream there anyway, guys, because we've been on for like 2 and a bit hours. So
yeah,
I sort of lined it up for half an hour, so that's not bad going.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there anyone up for doing it again at some point in the future?
Definitely.
Yeah, what I'll do is if you guys are on my Facebook page or my Twitter page, I'll put something out on there, and then it'll probably be the same thing. Just email in again, so I'll get a list of addresses, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Nice one, Richard. Yeah.
Nice one.
Rich, we need to try and see if we can get some of the big streamers on as well, like Mole Man, because he's local.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only over in Scotland.
Or KTV videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he lives on the Valley Line.
Oh right, okay.
So.
I'll see if I can get some news from up north as well for us all.
Yeah.
Might see if we can a bit more of a structure.
I can be the northern correspondent.
We'll see how it goes.
That says Michael Fuller. Says thank you, Richard, for hosting it, and thanks for Callum for its all answers.
No worries, guys. You're very welcome. Yeah, thank you, Callum, for keeping up in the chat, mate. Yeah.
Moderator Callum at your service.
Yeah, the live stream's been cutting off half the Zoom call. The bottom half of the window's gone, and I've been trying to move it up, but I'm not having any luck. So I'll have to have a play at some point and try and get it to work.
With your resolution, Richard, in your OBS.
Yeah, I mean OBS is showing in full screen.
And Jack Walker says, thank you, Richard and Callum. Jack Walker says.
No worries, Jack. You're very welcome.
All right. Yeah, thanks all for an interesting convo.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, thank you.
And,
I'm slightly
Thank
concerned
you
about the
for,
lack of
setting it
lighting
up,
situation.
Richard, as well.
Right, guys, I want to say thank you very much, guys. Jack Neal signing off from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Signing
officer.
And I'll keep on at Richard, see if we can get a Discord server set up. How's that?
I agree.
Yes.
Drop me,
I agree.
Drop me a message on Facebook, and I'll try and get that sorted.
Yeah.
Catch you later. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers.
Au revoir.
Tra.
So, guys, just want to say thank you very much for everyone who took part and everyone for watching. Yeah, I think it worked. I don't think it was too bad. If you want to be part of the next one, just keep an eye on my social media feeds, facebook.com/dadrow, twitter.com/dadrow, and I'll put something up there with some dates and how you can get involved. So, yeah, thank you once again, everyone, for supporting me and getting involved, and it's been a really good evening. So, yeah, thanks very much, and good night.